There was a time in Daniel's life when everything felt like it was falling apart. He used to dream big. A good job, a stable life, a future he could be proud of. But somehow, things didn't go the way he planned. One by one, everything slipped away. He lost his job. His savings started disappearing. The people he trusted slowly walked out of his life. And the hardest part wasn't the failure. It was the silence that came with it. Every morning felt heavy. Every night felt longer than the last. And deep inside, a question kept echoing. Why is this happening to me? One cold evening, unable to handle the pressure anymore, Daniel walked aimlessly through the streets. No destination. No plan. Just thoughts, and pain. That's when he saw it. A small church. The lights inside were warm, almost inviting. He stopped. For a moment, he thought about walking away. But something inside him said, "Just go in." He slowly pushed the door open. Inside, everything was quiet. No noise. No chaos. Just peace. Daniel sat down on one of the wooden benches, leaned forward, and closed his eyes. For the first time in a long while, he spoke honestly. "God. I don't know if you're listening. But I'm tired. I'm lost. And I don't know what to do anymore." He opened his eyes, and looked ahead. There, in front of him, was the image of Jesus Christ. And beneath it, a simple message. "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." He didn't fully understand it. But somehow, it felt personal. Like those words were meant just for him. That night, nothing around him changed. But something inside him did. The next morning, Daniel woke up, still with problems, still with struggles. But this time, he made a decision. He would not give up. Not yet. He started small. He began waking up early, even when he didn't feel like it. He started learning new skills online, even when his mind told him it was pointless. He looked for any kind of work, no matter how small. And every day, he prayed. Not for miracles. But for strength. Days turned into weeks. And weeks turned into months. But life didn't suddenly become easy. Rejections came again and again. Emails that said, "We regret to inform you," became normal. Some days, he felt like quitting again. Some nights, he questioned everything. But every time he felt like giving up, he remembered that quiet place, that moment, that message. And he kept going. One day, he found a small job at a local cafe. It wasn't what he wanted. It wasn't what he dreamed of. But it was something. And this time, he chose gratitude over frustration. He worked sincerely. He showed up on time. He treated people with kindness. He gave his best, even when no one was watching. People started noticing. Not his position. But his attitude. One afternoon, a regular customer walked up to him and asked, "Why do you work so hard, even for something so small?" Daniel paused for a second, and then smiled. "Because I've learned that even the smallest step can lead to something bigger, if you don't give up." That answer stayed with the man. A few days later, that same person came back, and offered Daniel an opportunity. A small role, in his company. Nothing big. But a chance. And Daniel took it. This time, he didn't hesitate. He gave everything he had. Early mornings. Late nights. Constant learning. He failed again. He made mistakes. But he didn't stop. Slowly, things started changing. He improved. He grew. He became better. Months later, he got promoted. Then again. And again. Years passed. And the same man who once sat broken in a silent church, became someone people looked up to. Successful. confident, strong. But when people asked him, "What changed your life?" he never talked about money. He never talked about success. He simply said, "There was a moment, when I had nothing left. And I chose faith over fear." He would always remember that image of Jesus Christ. And those words that gave him strength when he needed it the most. And today, if you're listening to this, if you feel lost, if you feel tired, if you feel like giving up, then this message is for you. Your life is not over. Your struggle has meaning. And your pain is not the end of your story. Sometimes, life doesn't make sense. Sometimes, the path disappears. But that doesn't mean there is no way forward. It just means, you have to walk by faith. Not by sight. So take one step. Just one. Even if it's small. Even if you're scared. Even if you're unsure. Because sometimes, that one step is all it takes to change everything. And remember, you are stronger than you think. You are not alone. And your story is still being